Hi, this is our second screencast, and it's a follow-up to our first one. We're talking about the Davidson County Animal Shelter that won the Humane Society's highest award as a shelter we love. This shelter has a 87% kill rate. So 87% of the animals who enter the shelter alive leave the shelter dead. That means only 13% of the animals who arrive will ever leave the shelter with a beating heart. That is, to me and to all of us here at the Transparency, just abominable. In addition, this animal shelter uses a gas chamber to kill animals, and it's an incredibly inhumane form of killing, and even the Humane Society of the United States admits that it is. Okay, so we're going to go into some kind of big picture stuff. There's a lot of talk about, why would the Humane Society do this? But this is like the biggest picture I can possibly find, and it has to do with the psychology of privilege. Okay, so let's look at the CEO of the Humane Society. Okay, so this is Wayne Pacelli, and I picked this picture because it's in the Social Diary magazine. So anytime you see a social diary thing, that tells you that this is a magazine for the elite in the United States. The elite in the United States we're not supposed to have royalty, but basically they're very wealthy, and they publish these magazines, and it used to be a lot more popular in the 20th century, early part of the 20th century, but now it's more of like kind of their own little thing, and they throw parties. So anyway, who cares really? I mean, whatever floats their boat, seriously. But what I'm interested in is what this does to the brain. What does this kind of privilege do to the brain? And there is, to me, psychology is the most fascinating, exciting science ever. It's just the ultimate brain twister. So let's look at what Berkeley has found out about that psychology of privilege. Okay, so this is just an very brief page about privilege. Okay, and it is so amazing. Basically the thesis here is higher social class predicts increased unethical behavior. Okay, so the bottom line, the first things they did was they had a video camera out in the street, and California has a law that if a pedestrian walks out into the street, you need to stop and let the pedestrian go. But people in fancy cars, expensive cars, would almost always not stop. In other words, they'd break the law. So they did tons of studies, and I could go on about this because it's just amazing. But anyway, upper class individuals were more likely to exhibit unethical decision-making tendencies, take valued goods from others. They actually took candy from children, lie in negotiation, cheat to increase the chance of winning a prize. This was a monopoly game, and endorse unethical behavior at work. All right, so this whole thing over here, what is the effect? Okay, so namely that the upper class may be more disposed to the unethical. Greater resources, freedom, and independence from others among the upper class give rise to a self-focused social cognitive tendencies, which predict we will facilitate unethical behavior. In other words, what this whole study is kind of like showing us is that the more status you have, the more you think you're above the law. And that is totally in keeping with just what everybody knows, right? Our intuitive knowledge that the people who have the most think they're above the law. And I think this explains a lot of the behavior of the Humane Society of the United States. Thank you.